Hello everyone, and welcome to this little short video on titanium. This is titanium 2.0. Titanium is a back-end utility that connects directly to Service Titan. It's used to create, edit, and modify one's price book, as well as track and reorder inventory and materials. Let me show you how it works. We've got the services here that one would use. We've got materials. And we've got the vendors, trucks, categories for each one of the services and materials, various truck information, and the sold hour rate, markup, discounts, as well as QuickBooks categories all contained in one area. Let's go back to the services for a plumbing service book. Well, let's look at the plumbing service. This can be applied to HVAC or electrical. If I scroll down to the category plumbing, and then in that I open up the under sink drain repair, you'll see that there are various services that have been created for under sink drain. Let's take a look at this one, for example, which would be a US 119. Under sink drain, and how this one is created in titanium is it has a code, a name, a description, and then a sold hour rate, and it has 4 specific materials that are attached to this particular service. The cost of each one of these materials is then marked up and added to the total labor rate, which will be 0.75 times however amount one has set for their sold hour rate 1. If one would want to choose, say, sold hour rate 2 here, you could choose a second rate, and that would be whatever amount that you would set at this level here. We're only using one sold hour rate for our system. So what we have here is we have 4 traps. One trap, 1 plastic piece, tail piece, and 1 end outlet, and 2 basket strainers. So these basket strainers, for example, are individual pieces that can be purchased from various vendors. For example, I've got the Barnett basket strainer model in here. If I jump to this site here, it'll actually show me Barnett's price, $751 for this premier deep cup basket strainer that Barnett uses. I can take that picture and save it right here. I go back to titanium. It's actually possible to actually bring that picture right into titanium and save it. And then simply by pushing, we can take this and push this service or this material right into Service Titan. The same can be done over here. This is the actual service itself. I can edit this. For example, let's say I want to change this to a quarter hour. It'll drop the price to $186. A quarter sold hour is the labor plus these 4 pieces. I'll then push that to Service Titan. And it says here that service undersink 119 has been updated in Service Titan. I can now view that in Service Titan by clicking on the Service Titan icon, and it'll jump right to undersink 119 detail window. And you'll see the price is $186. There's the picture. And to see what kind of materials are attached to that, we've got, let's see what it is, two flange tail pieces, a plastic trap, an end outlet, and a basket strainer. So if I'm choosing, say, let's say I want to choose instead of the $13 basket strainer, let's pick the $7.51 basket strainer, okay? And I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go ahead and push that over, all right? And I'm going to go back down to I've got the $7.51, which dropped my price a little bit, and I'm going to push that right over to $167, and we'll jump back into Service Titan to see how we fare with all of this pushing and pulling business. And we're at 167. Well, let's see what kind of materials got attached. Sure enough, we got a $7.51 basket strainer attached to the service in Service Titan. But you know what? I changed my mind. I think I'm going to go back to the more expensive model. That makes more sense to me. I want to use the higher quality one. So I'm going to go ahead and push that higher grade one in, which is the snap and lock. Push that into Service Titan, and I'm going to go back, and now I've got the higher grade one here. I'm going to go ahead and push that entire service. Now I'm back up to 186 for my total cost. When I view that now in Service Titan, you're going to see that I've got $186 in here. I've also got the $13.14 service in here, which is wonderful. I'm sorry, $13.14 material, which is wonderful. It bumped it up properly, so my numbers are good. I'm going to put my sold hour rate back to where I think it should be. It's going to be at least a half an hour to do this, or I'm sorry, 0.75 to do this job. So when I push that, now I will have updated the sold hour amount in Service Titan also. So if I go back to Service Titan and look at my commission tab up here, you'll notice that I have 0.75 sold hours. And then those sold hours will now be tracked every time a technician sells under sync 119. So if you're tracking sold hours, this is a critical piece to have. You can scroll through all your different services in Titanium and look at all the various ones. You can duplicate a service if you want, duplicate it, and you can add materials to a particular service if you want. So say you want to add a basket strainer, so we'll just go ahead and add that one in there. And now the basket strainer from our preferred company will come in. That will automatically update the price. If I push, boom, we've got it in. But I'm going to go ahead and take that out. I don't want to add that to the system. I can go back to a list view to see all I have in here. Or if I go back to my category, the under sink drain, I can go back to the root category and say go back to laundry. And now I'm in the laundry drain area, the laundry faucet area, and laundry tub area. So that's a quick overview of services and how to update a service in Titanium with Service Titan.